And now that I've got that, hey everybody, I am trying to get set up here, so give me just a second. We're going to try to turn that into a bear today. Let me make sure I've got the stream settings all set up and all that happy stuff here. Okay. I am not going to be able to see super chats and things like that. I won't be able to see it until afterwards when I stop to break and do things like that. There it is. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to kind of give you a lay of the land here with the shop and all that first, I guess, before we get started. And there's a delay in my TV that I've got out here too, so I'm just going to charge on like nothing's happening on the TV there, but I'm going to take you around and kind of show you the shop real quick. I've got a couple of different chainsaws that I use. This is a 2511P Echo. Outstanding saw. It's about 2.5 pounds. You hit yourself in the face with it. I use a Canon 8-inch dime tip bar. It's about the size of my index finger on the tip, so you can actually use this thing like a pencil. And then I've got a bigger one right here for blocking. This is a 501P, running a 14-inch quarter tip bar on it. And that's about all I do there. And then I've got me a little service card here with some other tools for working on my pieces. I've got die grinder, angle grinder. Love this thing. This little finger sander here is outstanding. Big thank you to Ryan Cook. I've been watching a lot of his videos, and he's helping me out a lot with his videos. I've got the airbrush kit that we'll get to later. And then, whoops, around the rest of the shop. One of the things I did out here in order to help with pulling up reference pictures and things like that is we had a spare TV. So I mounted that sucker on the wall, and there's a neat little thing that you can get if you ever want to get internet to other parts of your house. It's a TP-Link. You plug this thing in, and it'll energize, and you hook it into the internet, and it will actually energize the power lines in your house, and so you can get internet even out in the garage like this. And I got me an old laptop right there. Got all kinds of junk. Well, it looks like junk. I actually know where everything's at. But I've got all kinds of extra bars and things like that. That's my little carving area there. Been kind of playing around with getting some ideas for doing a tiki there, and got some reference pictures there too. But yeah, and I think I'm going to make a big bear head out of that one of these days. Went out to our local sawmill, and I picked up some cedar logs there. And I've just cut these down here recently. And they actually gave me this one because it had some rot in the middle, and I've been able to make some stuff out of that. I got my wall of shame over there, stuff that hadn't quite worked out right, and things that I brought in from the garden, and some future ideas. And so we're going to get to carving this thing right here. The weather is changing, and I'm actually hearing it crack as we go. Yeah, matter of fact, it just did it again. So I don't know how this is going to work. If I have to, I can do some glue ups and things like that. Chainsaw carvers like to say you get your money back if it doesn't crack. So, there we go. All right, let me get this camera set up and we will get to it. You may have to adjust your volume settings because that chainsaw gets a little bit loud there. Can everybody hear me okay? Type in the chat if you can hear me. Got to get my earplugs in here. These were recommended by Ryan Cook too. I love these ISO tunes because you can Bluetooth music and not lose your hearing while you're at it there. And don't judge me with my clothing, people. These are my get dirty clothes. All right. If you can hear me, type yes in the chat. I've got a chat up over there on the big screen, so All right, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to block this thing out. I'm going to use the big blocking saw for that. These things like the cold start, so it'll take a little bit. It's going to be the ears there. And now I'm going to come around and let me move this a little bit for you here. See if I can find you a better. You're going to be too backward there. Probably better if I just do this. All right, now we're going to go to the detail saw. I like it because it's easy to get around and a lot easier to maneuver with. Now get this bad boy started up. Whew. All right. Take a little arm break here and read some of the chats here. What we got going on here? All right. Thank you, Tab. Jerry, what are you doing, LMAO? Well, I'm blocking out a bear. We are using, I'm using cedar wood. I can show you right here. Try get my cord to cooperate. Let's try that again. I guess we reconnected there. Okay. By the way, if you're going to work out in your shop, it's always a good idea to put a bag in there. Keep from sucking cedar. That's suck enough of it as it is there. And by the looks of it right now, it looks like it sucks, but a lot of woodworking comes to where it looks really good right at the end. When you're blocking it out, it looks like crap. That's just part of it there. Let me see what else we've got here. It's like, what kind of wood is that? As far as fresh or seasoned wood, you can actually you can strip it and start cutting right away. Now, all wood is going to crack, especially chainsaw carvings. A lot of carvers say if it doesn't crack in the first year, you get your money back. No cracks, your money back. They all crack, and so it doesn't matter whether you season it or not. You'll know exactly where the cracks are. If you do have seasoned wood, you can certainly cut on that. But what I typically will do is I will block them out. I'll let them dry for a little bit, and then I'll start doing the detail work. That gives it time so that I know where the cracks are at. And if they're really bad, there's some techniques you can use to actually stop the cracks. You can put some shims in there, glue some shims in, and then sand them off, and then reapply your airbrush colors or your timber oil, and it'll be fine. On how I do my beard, I season my LVK4PJ says, nice beard. Can you do a demo on how you do it? Well, I couldn't do it for several decades of my life until here recently. And suddenly, the biggest problem with growing a beard for guys is this itch that you get right underneath here. I figured out what to do. You're not going to shave, when you're trying to grow it, but you do shave right in here because that's the part that tingles and itches like crazy when it starts growing. If you'll just shave this part right here, the rest of it won't bother you, or at least it didn't bother me. Practice makes perfect. That's right, Tab. Yeah, all that stuff on the teal bin tab I carved. I call a lot of that my wall of shame over there. And some of the stuff over there I just brought in for the winter time, like the Easter Island head and the Aloha. I started carving on that bear in the back there, and I got into it, and it had a rotten center, so I just stopped on it. And that was my first tiki head I did, and some welcome signs and stuff like that. I'm going to build me a nice long little bench table or shelf along that way. I think I'm going to have my wall of shame. When I really screw something up bad, I'll just put it up there on the wall of shame. And let's see. I have been at this, gosh, I guess about 3 months now. I've been carving, and it's a process. The first bear that I carved, it looked like it had been in hibernation for 2 years. I had to learn just how fast the tips of those blades will eat away material, and I've learned that you're better off doing small little sections and stopping, and then just sitting and looking at it and going, okay, I need a little bit off there. I'm good there. Do it slowly, in little bitty sections. That way you can step back and look at it. And another thing that I would recommend is get you some Sharpies or some, I've got some different types of, these are lumber crayons here that are really good. I do like this little Sharpie one because it's a really fine line. Get on here, like you can start detailing and putting some little information like right. A plan is my claws are going to be right there, and I'll sit around here and do this when I'm not live. I'll just take a little Sharpie grease pencil here, and I'll kind of give myself some ideas so that because it's very easy, especially when you get started. When you start carving, you can get tunnel vision, get focused on one thing, and blow right through an area. And sometimes, like if I'm going to work and I'm in the middle of a project, I'll take a picture of it and I'll just kind of sit and analyze it, when I'm not doing anything at work, and then I can get my paint program out on my phone and go, okay, I'm gonna fur in here. I need to take this stuff out right here, and it's just a process. We're gonna put the feet in down here. I'll cut down some more, and we'll have our feet in here like so. And then I'll have some claws coming out. And I'll do the same thing over here. This one has got some really funky bumps, and I thought I would use that to my advantage on the base so that it would look kind of rustic. Because a lot of these, if you look right there, you can see all those little bumps coming out. But you don't want to leave too much of that sapwood on there. You really want to get rid of the sapwood for your carving. But I am going to leave it there, and I'll just use an angle grinder to clean all this stuff up and make it look really good. But that's my plan there. Now I got a problem here though, I'm seeing, because that little bump comes in right there, right about where I'd like my foot to be. So what that tells me I need to do is I'm going to take some material out here. We're going to back these legs up a little bit so that I have room to come out for that foot. And so we'll put that foot right in there. We're going to take that area out there and there, and then right at the end we'll come through and we'll clean it all up. We'll fur it. We'll make her look good. Up in here we're going to have our nostril there. I'm going to clean this area out some more. I'm probably going to give this a little here. It's really cool when that bottom lip is kind of gives a finished look, but we'll curve that in. Oops, sorry. We'll curve that in right there, and then take a little bit of that out right there so that he looks like, hello, I'm a bear. And then we'll put contour lines in there, and of course we'll keep cleaning it up, but that's the plan, and we'll be taking out a lot of that stuff there. Just a casual little Sunday carve here. We'll open up this area here as well. But yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. And I'm going to pinch to zoom here. And you can kind of see some of that wall of shame over there. And this right here, and this, I didn't even have the chainsaw for that. I just used, a angle grinder and a Dremel to put that stuff in. So if you don't have a chainsaw, no big deal. You can still do it with some of these other tools here, Hey, you betcha, Tab. I'm just doing it from memory right now. I've done, I think I've done about 4 bears now, 4 or 5 bears. And so, whoops, I'm trying to zoom back out. So hang on. Sorry, guys. I think I'm out. Okay. So yeah, pretty much from memory right now. And I'll tell you something that helps. If you have the ability, you got your little an old laptop. I mean, you could buy one of them $100 laptops, and if you can run it out to your shop and energize your lines with the internet like I showed at the beginning with one of these things right here, then you can take a little TV and put out here, hey, there's the delay, and you can actually bring up reference photos. I did a deer head, and what that allowed me to do is I got some pictures of a deer locally, and I put some pictures up and reference photos, and you can get on Google and you can search images and you can bring stuff up and have it up on right there, and then kind of work off of that. So been doing that a little bit as well. Let me see if we have any other chats in here. Live chat. Let's go to live chat. Yeah, we need live chat. Hey, you betcha, Tab. No problem. All right. I'm going to get a few more swallows, and we're going to continue on here. I got to take a lot of that sapwood off, though, around the sides. Instead of just sawing some blanks, I wanted to have as much beefy material as possible. And so I'm working from out to within. And I've got to take some of that off because I will show you on the other side of this bear here now that on this, it's like right there in that spot, I lose signal out there. It does not want to be over there. I've got Wi-Fi that my phone is hooked up to, and I do have a power cable, so we don't run out of juice here. But if I take you too far over that way, it just don't want to do it. So, all right. Back to this, I got to have a little nicotine here. Yes. You know, I smoked for 30 years. And I was finally able to quit thanks to vapes. A lot of people have different opinions about vapes. I think they're great because it's a heck of a lot better than smoking cigarettes and getting that tar in your lungs and all the other nasty stuff. It's water vapor, so. Got to do that? All right. I got to clean up this floor a little bit too. You see that right there? I've got the perfect broom for that though. Hang on just a second. I will tell you, the shop smells great. I can see the shades. All right. Okay, next thing I've got to do here, try to get you a better signal here. That video quality is not very good, is it? There we go. I'll bring you right there. Maybe, baby. Do not do that. That's better. We got a better signal right there. We're going to do that. We're going to go with that. I'm going to get this bad boy filled up here, and then get just remember, guys, while I cannot respond to messages. I got my hands full, and you can't hear me on top of that. Okay. You guys can take the string out. Okay. time. What I was trying to tell you there is when I do the furring, I am using just the edge, the inside edge of this chain, and I'm coming along and I'm using this hand to twist, and I'm just furring it in there. It looks a little bit better once we get done and we fire it. I'm gonna burn this thing, and it's gonna get all the fuzzies off, and flap sand it. And you talk about a difference. It really will make a difference. You'll see here in just a little bit. Yeah. Now we'll answer questions. Take a little break. We were about 23 degrees this morning. Place to sit down here. And then we gotta wait for the compression. Yeah, we got a It's a lot of fun though. I never really saw myself doing this, but I wanted to learn how to carve tikis for the channel, and that'll be coming too. But I started watching some videos on these guys carving doors, and it's like, whoa, it looks like a lot of fun, and I think I can do that. I watch enough of it. You can learn anything on YouTube, right? But yeah, so just coming along. This is once again where you take a break because I was getting too deep into it, and I'll sit around here and show you. Right here where I've got the arms, I'm going to have to take all of that, or most of it, big chunk of that right there, because I've got the arms really low, and we're going to flow it back here. I'll wait here. I just got a big old block here, so I need to take that down. And I've already got my arm line there, so we're going to flow this right into there. But mainly right now, I just need to take that out and then kind of put that blade in at an angle, and that'll get rid of that hard line there and allow it to flow into the arm. Later on, when we get done, what I'll do is when I burn, I'll be sure and burn these creases and all these accent areas real dark, or you can come along with the airbrush or whatever, and you can do it that way. Take some of that out right there too, I'm seeing. And let me grab my drink while we're at it here. Rehydrate. But yeah, I'm going to take that stuff out right there. And as we come along and do that, you can always come back and get a little more, but once you take too much off, you can't. So this will be higher than this. This will be float in. Do a little bit of that right there. Looks pretty good though. But when you start furring, you can hide a multitude of ugliness just by furring. But those are just kind of my guidelines for right now. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here in the chat. I will be posting the finished product tab when I get done. I'm not the only one who uses a leaf blower in the shop. That's good. Well, I'm glad you guys are bearing with me. I gotta have a break every now and then, though. I'm getting old. I guess YouTube has shadow banned me or something, because I don't get very many views now. And even when we go live, not very many people come in. It is kind of boring just watching a guy carve, I guess. No problem there. And let's see, what else? Anything else in the chat? If you guys got any questions or anything, I'll be happy to try to answer them. If you scroll back to the beginning of the video, I kind of do a little tour around the shop, kind of look around at all the stuff I got. Can't hardly. I'm probably yelling because I've got these things in. Can you hear me out there? Let's see here. Well, I hope you can hear me. Yeah, by the time I get up, it'll probably be coming through in chat. I guess we got a 2-minute buffer happening here. So far I have done an eagle, I've done a bear, I've done a raccoon, and the next thing I think I want to do some flamingos. I'm going to try some flamingos here pretty soon, and get into some actual tropical items in addition to bears. Bears sell very good though. Something like this is $150 to $200 bear. You charge by the foot. It's about $150 a foot. This is going to be almost 2 foot. So just unfinished, it'll be about $180, $200 bear. If I finish it with sealer and all of that, I'd probably charge $220, $250, something like that. The Australian timber roll that I use, and that's the best thing to use, because if you can use spar urethane, but over time it's going to crack and moisture is going to get in there. If you use timber oil, it's going to penetrate the wood and give you a good barrel. A couple of coats of that, they're good, and then once a year come back through and recoat it, especially if it's outside. Now, if you leave take your carving inside, it's going to crack a lot faster and a lot more because of the lack of humidity indoors. So you're almost better off using timber oil and keeping them outside. Although in the wintertime, my stuff back here, the Aloha and the Moai, I go ahead and bring them in because I don't want them freezing. And then we're in Arkansas, and honest to God, we can go through an entire year's worth of seasons in about 12 to 24 hours. So we can go from 60 degrees to 23 degrees. So this lighter stuff like this, I just bring it in. Like the Easter Island head and that kind of stuff that I keep out in the garden. Let me see here. I want to check and see. Easter Island. Yep, okay, you guys got audio. Good deal. Any other questions in the chat? I don't think so. Oh, hey, DJ Chinatown, are you going to make any more clocks? I don't have my scroll saw, and I really, if you look around, I don't have room for it here. Now, something I'm thinking about doing is actually building another shop on another part of the property, an actual wood shop. If I do that, then I'll bring the scroll saw in, and I'll be able to do that kind of stuff too at some point. But thank you very much for that. That wall hanging grandfather clock is still hanging in there after all these years. Okay. I think I'm all limbered up now and relaxed. If you start feeling tired, now keep in mind we're working with chainsaws, so it's entirely possible you can lose digits and have a really bad day with it. So always use your brain, Be careful. Use safety equipment. I've got chaps hanging up over there. That's a good place for them, right? I've got a helmet and vision protection and ear protection. Definitely have the ear protection. I have a hard enough time hearing what Katie says as it is. But safety first, second and third. One of the things that you'll notice though with the carving bars on the chainsaw is unlike, like, I've got an example right here. This is an electric DeWalt right here. It's got the standard bar, and the kind of chain that you get on that is a 3/8. This is a 3/8 Low Pro right here. It's kind of a standard household chainsaw type chain, going out and maybe cutting up some firewood and stuff like that. I like this because it's electric, and when it's cold, it's quiet, and I can keep the door down in the evening, and I can do some basic blocking. But if you take this saw and you try to do a plunge cut like I did for the legs, it's gonna bounce all around on you. With the dime and the quarter tip bars on the carving bars, it's a quarter pitch chain. There's zero kickback to it, so it's a lot safer. I would not recommend doing any kind of chainsaw carving with a regular chainsaw bar and chain. Can you get away with it? Yeah. But you get zero kickback with these, so it's so much safer. And you can do those plunge cuts like I was doing earlier. All right. Now that we got that said, let's get to it here. Let's rock and roll. What did I do with my glove? Oh, there they are. Am I the only person that puts something down in the shop and then 3 minutes later loses it? I don't know. That's a lot. All right. I'm going to get this thing kind of shaped in here and deal with that. It's already tight over here. That's good. I'm going to tighten this up right here. And get here. Well, I guess we're out of juice there. Fill her up. This is the fun part when you start putting the diesel in. Looks like crap till the end. We'll get some go-go juice here and we'll keep go-go going. I do like to clear off this area so I don't get crap. That out of there. Plenty of lubrication there. Not too much. That'll be all right. It'll be just fine. I just mix this up, so I'm giving it a good shake every single time. So I use Red Armor oil. It's good stuff. With a 2-cycle oil. Didn't we just talk about that? If you're near Central City, Arkansas, and you'd like some cedar shavings, just let me know, okay? I got plenty. All right. Rock and roll, baby. That is the one drawback to this. I love the saw. Very small fuel tank, though. Good enough, though. Come on, baby. You know you want to do it. You know you want to do it. There we go. Woo! Go into detail. This may go a little long to show you. It looks like his arms just appeared his legs on this side. Yeah. Well, I want it to for it to flow. There's a little line right there, at least. So that it looks like. I gotta make a line so it kind of flows. Maybe I need to start up high right here. Got the duct going right there. That little nub that comes out right here, it's a little screwed up on the feet, so I had to put them way back. I'll put 3 little slits in the end and then hit them with some black and it'll look like claws. But, I got to do something about that. Right there. Let's look at the other side. How's it look? Hey, that's a little bit better. That kind of comes around. But I had another one of these deals like this over here. And so I had to deal with that and I had to take a lot of material out. And that's why it looks like the arms are starting about where the butt is here. And they need to be starting back up here. That's not as bad. It's still kind of blocky, so I'm going to be thinning that out too. I might use the finger sander to kind of smooth that out a little bit. Yeah. All right. So, let me see if we got any super chats or other chats going here. Whew. No, I don't have any more cooking videos right now. I am, now that I got everything put to bed in the greenhouse, I am hot and heavy on doing this chainsawing, and I'm actually making a little chainsaw carving. But, never say never. What kind of cooking videos do you like, Chinatown? somebody knocking on the door there. Who is that? Hey, it's Kiwi Kate. What's that? She just came out to check on me. Yes, I'm making a bear. I'm trying to make a bear.
I like his little belly. That's good. I like his belly. This is a good belly.
Good belly? Yeah. He hasn't been in hibernation for 2 years. We're working on it here. See you later. Oh. Note to self, don't scratch your eyes when you got sawdust all over them. Just the thing for that. All right, that's better, I think. Okay, so time to get the old grease pencil out again and do some figuring. A little bit of an accent line right there to show that it's the body. And then if I do a little bit right there, I think we can kind of fix that. And that's what a lot of this is just fixing stuff as you go. That out. I can make it look like the fur is just kind of flowing down over this area. So if I'm going to do that, I need to kind of take out a little bit right there, but make those lines flow. Deep depression here, deep depression there, and then have some flowing right over that line so that it looks like this comes back up in here. I don't know, what do you think? Back up, probably not like that. I think. What do you think? Get some of that big hump out there. And then bring that out. Because I've got this line here, so I need to have that coming down. There. If I'm going to do that, I got to do this. Here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit there. Yeah. There. Give him some toenails. Okay, claws. Create a little bit of here. That out too. Here. Fill that a little better in there. And then we'll clean that up right there. No sharp lines, please. It's a bar. Yeah. mark for the eyes too. They're coming for me. I hear police cars going by on the main highway out there. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's get it. Okay. How about a look around here? We'll do some up here in a bit. Now, finger sander. Very dandy. Try to bring you over here so you can better see. I don't know if that's going to work, but I'm going to try. Give it a second and the video quality should go back up, I think. You can do a lot of carving just with this. See if I can get you a better angle here. I'm gonna try. Let's see. This thing, I wonder if I can do that. Maybe. I'm gonna try this. I don't know how this little bad boy right here. I'm gonna. Oh boy, this is gonna be. If you guys fall, I am so sorry, but I'm trying to get you a better view here. I'm just kind of doing this today on the fly, so hopefully it won't go anywhere. That's better. I think that's better there. Okay. Here we go. Man, this finger sander is awesome. It really does look good. It does like to do that though. So sorry, folks. Hang on just a second. I gotta hook it back up here. Hang on. Okay. I'm sorry, Wilson. Oh, that was Castaway. Yeah. Okay. Boy, that was a great idea until it wasn't. Okay, let's try that. No, that's not gonna work. I really like that angle too. All right. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Be patient. How's that? Is that better? I'll take a break real quick. I see a super came in. I want to say thank you. Chinatown. Oh, yeah, I'm getting tripped up. Yeah, it's time to take a break. I'm getting tired here. Anytime you get tired, take a break. Definitely do that. Sorry about that, y'all. DJ Chinatown. Thank you for the super chat. Hello from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Beautiful country up there. I'm so glad that you're making videos again. Missed your channel when it got hacked and you were gone gardening. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Years ago, I had, it was ransomware. It was when ransomware first got started, and I got it on my computer and my editing software, and at the time I was absolutely broke, and I couldn't afford any of that stuff back then, and it was bad. It was really sad, and months turned into years, and then uh, once you leave and you go away, it's like, how do you come back? And how do you explain that? But yeah, thank you so much, DJ. I appreciate that very much. It does help the channel out. And let's see. This bear totally doesn't look as surprised as the third bear you posted on Facebook in October. What do you do with all of them? Will you put them at your front door? Actually, I sold a couple of them. I had a guy about a month or two ago sent me a PayPal, and he drove all the way from Jacksonville, Arkansas, which is about 3 hours away, and bought two of them. And a lot of the facial expressions which will sell a bear happen at this stage that we're at now, when we start using the finger sander, and I'm going to get the Dremel out, and we're going to really start putting the detail in, because that face is what sells the bear. And you'll see here in just a bit, I'm going to finish with the nose and the mouth, and then I'm going to get the Dremel out, and I'm going to put the claws in, and then the nose holes and the eyes, and it's going to totally change the look of this bear. And you will see that here in just a bit. I do not let my logs dry, DJ. I actually, from the time that I get them from the sawmill, now I'll show you right here, I have cut, I took an 8-footer and I cut it down into 2-foot sections for the logs here. I've got those sitting over there ready to go after this one. But no, you can start carving right away. Like I said earlier in the stream, every chainsaw carving is going to crack. There's kind of a saying in the carver community, your money back if it doesn't crack. That's how assured you can be that your wood is going to crack no matter what you do. It's going to check, it's going to do. There's some little things you can do. You can look at the end of the log and see where the crack is beginning to form, and rotate your piece accordingly. Like, I wouldn't want a crack forming along the nose here. So I would try to put that crack to the back of the head, because then you can come in later and you can actually, you can use, got them right over here, I'll show you. You can take cedar shims, and you can glue them up with Gorilla Glue and drive them in, and after a couple hours sand them down, and it'll never crack any further after that, because that Gorilla Glue is really good stuff. I've got some of that right here. I have been, and usually you will know about, I'd say, a month after you have 3 to 4 weeks, especially if you bring them inside, you'll know exactly where your cracks are. And if they're too wide, you can fill them up that way, and they'll be good to go. It's not too hard to do that, though. Pretty quick process, really. We'll do a video on that one of these days as well. What else we got going on here? Let's take a look. The Chinatown bear, huh? Are you, do you live in Chinatown up there? Do they have a Chinatown in Vancouver? I guess they might, yeah. They've got one in Honolulu. Nice hint of cedar there. You know, I kind of like the live streaming, actually. I don't know if you guys like it or not. The biggest problem that I have in shooting videos is I have to set up multiple camera angles, multiple shots, and then you know, I have to do all of that and the project that I'm doing. And then I have to come inside, and it'll take at least a half a day to do all of the editing and then finally upload it to YouTube, because YouTube's got all kinds of hoops you got to jump through in order to get it ready to go, and then you got to set it. And then, especially if you're kind of shadow banned, I don't know if it was my previous screen name or what that caused that, but they really don't share my videos a lot. So I got to get on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I got to really push them in order to get views now. So it takes, you know, a good day, a good chunk of an entire day to edit and upload and push the videos out. So I kind of do like the live streaming. It's pretty good. It is, Tab. It's awesome that you're making money from a hobby. You know, it is. It's fun. It's relaxing, and the fact that you can make a little side gig money is a good thing. You know, everybody ought to have a little side gig, especially the way inflation is these days. You got to do something to keep the bills paid, right? Okay, Derek, I get it now. Oh, we use the tiki bar all the time. We'll have pool parties in the summertime and have friends over, and and then when family comes over or just us, one of the nicest things I think we did, in addition to doing that matting on the ceiling this past spring, one of the best buys I made from the Amazon fairies was the hammock. Because at night I can turn the lights on the tiki bar. I can have the tiki music playing. You know, usually I'll play Tiki-Aki Orchestra, or there's some really good Hawaiian tiki themed playlists on YouTube. I'll kick that music off, and we'll just lay there in the hammock. And the way I have the palms positioned nearby in the spring and summer, you can just lay there. And even though we're, you know, in western to northwest Arkansas, it feels like we're in the tropics, and that's going on, and that is really, really nice. If we can't live there, we can at least try to bring it to us as best as possible, and that's what we're doing when we do that stuff. If I'm talking funny, it's because I got earplugs in and probably a half a pound of cedar sawdust in my chest here. How often do you get to... Okay, yeah, we just answered that. Anybody else have any questions or anything? One of the things that I neglected to do is I've got a couple of different protection devices, especially when I start running that finger sander, because that is some real fine stuff. And I should have done that. I'm going to put this on when we get started back up. You can see just how fine that stuff is that it kicks off. Super fine powdered shavings off of it. I'll put this on, and I've also got a full face respirator type mask for when I'm running the big die grinder and stuff like that, and it can really spin chips off. And that's great for protecting your eyes, because one of the problems that I have is, now that I'm at the age I'm at, when I get up close and I'm trying to do detail work, I got to do that, right? But if I do that when I'm working with the power tools, ping, sure as the world, right in the eyeball. So that full face mask makes it possible for me to do that, and then I can use my glasses and I can look down, and if it hits the mask, that's fine. And I've got the cheaper version right here. It'll go right over them. Pull them off though. Oh, that's much better. All right, what else we got going on here? 6 people watching. Come on, people, ask a question or just say hi. Well, you can always share this with friends and fellow woodworkers and things like that. That would always help the channel out. If you know anybody that might be interested, just share away. And yeah, we're going to get back on it. And one of the things that I'm going to do for the next one, because this was just kind of impromptu, you know, plug the smartphone in and start streaming on the Wi-Fi. I'll build a little deal so that I can set that thing up high so that you can see better here. That would have been great if it actually had worked. And if I get right about here, I lose signal on the phone, so I can't do that either. But I'm going to take you in here and show you so far what that finger sander has done here. You can see how it's really starting to smooth out there. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to clean out a little eye well and kind of work that area down. I'm going to finish this nose. I'm going to clean that up right there. And let me blow this thing off and you'll see better. And here looks like you could almost do a lion face with this too, you know. But this is more of a caricature bear right here. We're going to clean all this up here. We'll do that, kind of get in there for the ears, and then I'm going to go around and clean up a little bit around here, and then yeah, we're going to get started. I'm going to let that shut down, and then we'll get set here. I think, you know what? I'll bring something up here so I can get you closer at least. We've got 4 ways, you know? Let's do this. Let's see guys on ice here. All right. And another thing that I will tell you, of course, I'm using the Makita finger sander. I've got several different ones. I didn't start off with the Makita, but that's kind of expensive. I started off with a $35 finger sander. This is actually from Harbor Freight. They've got them on clearance right now. I know our local one, it was about 35 bucks for this. And so there's a very cheap one right there. You can adjust it, and you can rotate it and adjust the belt and all that. And I got one a little bit nicer from Amazon, and it was about the same money. But until I got the Makita, boy, that Makita, it will hog through material like crazy. The belt is a little bit thinner, so I can get into some tighter areas and really get on it there. So I'm going to put the old mask on, and we'll get back to it here. Oh yeah. Okay. I guess I need to plug it right here. You can also use the edge of this to do a little bit of furring as well. Boy, I'll tell you what, it sure works quick. Careful, it'll gouge right into it. and to push the string out of the deal here. That's how fine that dust is. Definitely want to wear a mask. Okay, time for the eyeballs. Let's do some eyeballs. What I've got here, this is a saber-tooth bit. It's by the saber-tooth company. It's an eyeball bit. They've got all kinds of different sizes. I just got a big pack. This one is perfect for doing eyeballs. I'm going to show you just how easy it is right now. Just like that. Dremel 4300 with a cone bit. Okay. Watch out for the noise. Pump. Okay. I'm going to do one last little cleanup on the nose, and then we're going to fire this thing. We're going to burn it, baby, burn it. Burn, baby, burn. Leaning on the river. What I'm have hard lines. Everything's curved, round. Very few places are they absolutely, 90 degrees or anything like that. So trying to get rid of that stuff. Oh, and by the way, if you were watching earlier, here's where I wound up with the arm. So now I've got the hair flowing down and into this part. You saw how bad it looked earlier. I tried to clean that up and make it look a little better. So now if she flows right into the thing. Whoops. Oh, these things would hold on better. Yeah, there's that. Okay. Okay, didn't dare now, didn't dare now. Let's burn it. Feel the burn coming up. Now you can use a, let me get these plugs back in here because I'm done with that now. And then I'm not yelling. Like some kind of old man. Ah, what'd you say? Okay. All right, so there's that. Get my earplugs out, that's good. Get my propane deal going now. Oh. You wet your lips. You got dust flying around on the top tip there. Now we're going to burn it. And then we're gonna flap sand it. I've got a Sandaflex that it's a dandy thing. I'm gonna show you what it'll do to this thing here. Yeehaw! There we are. And what you don't want to do now is let that stuff continue to burn, because it will inevitably continue to burn and smolder away and you'll lose your piece. So come along with your deal here. Knock these things loose. See that right there? If we let that go, we're going to lose our ear. So you can't burn it. Oops, sorry. Compressor will be down here in a minute. Let me turn it off. You can't burn it and walk away, because stuff like that will continue to eat away at it if you let it just smolder. And you'll come back and you'll have a pile of ash instead of an ear. So do remember that. Now we're going to do something that's going to make a really big difference. I'm going to get you away from that compressor though, because that's a little loud. She'll be off in just a moment. Try to keep you from getting back right there. Okay. Here's what she looks like now. Not done yet. But wait, there's more. There is. I'll show you the back here. So now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to set up and do the airbrushing now, some of it. Let's see here, what do we got here? I'm going to say hello to a few chatters here. Let's see. Hello from Mexico, Joe. How are you doing? I don't know if you're still watching, but hello. I got to get a drink, guys. Hang on just a second. There we go. And I got to set up the airbrush real quick. Black here. There it is. I bought a airbrush kit for about 150 bucks off of Amazon, and I bought a bunch of extra little vials, that way I can have particular colors ready to go in it. I cleaned this thing out earlier today, so I'm going to have to run it a little bit. Get the cleaner stuff out. I'm going to have to dial that back. Okay. I think we're ready. This really makes a big difference. I'm going to try to get us up closer here so you can see a little better. And I'm going to put a glove on because I'm using my hand. Just a second. Over the nose there. Okay. Let's see, how much of this can you see here now? Let me... These days. I am not holding my breath though. That's probably another lifetime away. All right. So here we go. Get some light up here. Can you see good enough? I think so. So I'm just going to come in here to these eyes now. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Come into the ears as well. The nice thing about the black also is a lot of the ugliness, and so you can hide a lot of things in the cracks and crevices by just putting black in. Then you can say, I meant to do that. That's right, Trebek. Now we're going to do the pause. Let's pause for pause now, huh? Okay, we'll go back to that then. All right. Do that then. How's that? Better? Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do with the black is I'm going to come through and I'm just going to kind of highlight the depression areas here. Come through and do that. So okay, there's that. Now I'm going to come back through with the flat sander. Sando Flex is what they call her. Putting that black in the creases and then coming back through with the sander though will really kind of make it stand out. Try not to sand your cords there. That's always a good. Sorry about that. But anyway, you can see more to do, but you come back through and you give it another light hit with the Sandiflex, and it creates this really nice veining here in the fur. There. And to think this thing looked like a real piece of crap a while ago, now it's only a partial piece of crap. But there we are. I'm going to come back through once other areas here, and that's going to really brown it up. And I will post a picture. Hang on, guys. I'm going to spin around here. Sorry about that. Don't mean to make you dizzy. But I got to finish sanding this part. I'll take all of that and then I'll come back through with a light brown, and I will post a final picture here in a little bit. But yeah, there we are so far. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this from falling here. I apologize, guys, for that earlier. Let me do it like this, and it'll be more stable. There we go. Okay. And I do thank you guys for the super chats as well. Very much appreciated. If you found it helpful, if you're learning. I know myself, especially on a Sunday afternoon, I just like to find something on YouTube, put on it, and take a nice nap. So if you're just waking up, welcome. But I need something that's long enough. I don't want to put it on one of those shorts, you know, because I want something that'll keep on going. Yeah. There's the pressure there to do it. Man, I can have plenty of cord. Okay. Remember a while ago when I told you it's all in the finish, little things that you do there. It is. And that thing will work much better. Mucho better. There we are. I want to send a special thank you out to my mentor, even though he doesn't know it. It's Ryan Cook. He's got some great videos on carving, all kinds. But you'll find his channel at Ryan Cook Carves. And I am Jungle Jerry. And I'm going to sit down here, have a cold drink, maybe answer a few questions if you guys have any. And we will wrap this up for today. Let me get the camera fixed and situated as well. Okay. Yeah. And it looks like I got another bot that I'm getting rid of here. I do not have a mod. There we go. And I guess we've only got 2 watching right now, so I will go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you guys found it helpful. How long have we been running now? About 3 hours. I guess that's long enough. Nice Sunday afternoon bear carve though. Got a few other little things that I'm going to do. I'm going to do the brown on it. I'm going to power grind the base. I will be carving my name, and this will be a Christmas gift for someone. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, there'll be some comments down below. You can post them in. Thank you, DJ Chinatown, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. And since we're at the end of this, I will go ahead and let those of you that are watching later know we're not going to Hawaii like we said we were going to. Katie, Kiwi Kate, has got a liver disease, and she can't sit for periods longer than about 15 minutes. There's not a cure for it, other than at some point maybe we can get a liver transplant. And so we won't be going to Hawaii. I've been trying to figure out how to tell the folks that have been watching the channel and watching the videos that we're not actually going to Hawaii when we thought we were, but yeah. So we do appreciate super chat, thanks, all of that stuff. This could get really expensive really quick. At this point, they've got her on some medicine. It's called primary biliary cholangitis. They used to call it sclerosis. The crazy thing is doctor said she could drink moderately, but it involves the liver, so we have a tiki bar, and Kiwi Kate can't really drink anymore. But anyway, just wanted to pass that along for the last few that are watching, and we do appreciate you. And if you have any questions or anything like that, please don't hesitate to post it down below. Thank you, Tab. I appreciate it. Cooked dinner while I was cutting. Yeah. A lot of times I like to put it on long videos on Sundays and just take a nice nap, especially after lunch or breakfast. I got too much stuff to do out in the shop now to be doing that. So, but guys, we appreciate you. If once again have any questions, post them down in the comments below. Anybody else out there? I don't think so. So, guys, thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video. Okule Maluna. Bottoms up. Rawr.